Good afternoon, Twitch viewers. Veritex CEO here with some more flight simulator, and today is going to be the first leg of my trip around the world in an Aerostar 600. And for those of you who didn't watch my first stream of this plane a couple weeks ago, this particular Aerostar 600 is from A2A Simulations, so this sucker performs pretty realistically, or it's supposed to anyway. So anyway. First things first, we gotta do our walk around and get ready for our flight. Whoa! Okay, there we go. That's what I was trying to do. Okay, so let's see. Yeah. Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah, this was my first flight back in May. Let's see. A2A, flight controls. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, the weather here, we are currently at Sacramento Executive Airfield, and our destination is Renton Municipal Airfield in the Seattle, Washington area. Now, according to the weather reports as of a day or two ago, there were supposed to be some clouds coming in today between here in Seattle. So, yeah. So I filed an IFR flight plan for this trip. And our first order of business is to do our walk around as planned. Take the chocks off. Check the oil. Okay, still looking green, so we're good there. Okay, we'll check our fuel in a little bit. Check, whoa! Check the engines, nothing out of the ordinary. For some more detailed testing later. Okay. How's our fuel looking? We should... Yeah, we need to top off our tanks. Because we're... 62, and 42, so we're good there. Okay, bagging. Okay, we are good. See, isn't there... Yep, there it is. I thought so. Okay. It looks good there. Double check our fuel here. Monitor. Okay, don't know what. Okay, so we are within limits. Load up the luggage. Luggage is loaded. Ties off. Oh yeah, I gotta take that off. Clear's good. Okay, no shaking of the flaps. good. Quick engine inspection. Everything looks good there. We want to check the engine oil on this engine. It's looking brown, but still acceptable limits. Okay, looks like our co-pilot's ready to go. And let's see. Put up the cockpit. Enter the plane. And turn on. Plane for a bit so we can do a further check of the flaps. Okay, flaps are down. Come on, and re-enter the plane. Thank you. Close the door. Okay. Go ahead and get things started here. Let's see. Use up to full throttle. Actually, wait a minute. I'm trying to do this right. Come on. There we go. That's where I wanted it. Oh, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's see. We want to start. Oops. That's not the one I wanted to start. Ah, dang it. I was... Try it this way. Okay. Right, avionics on. Oops. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we crank this puppy on. Okay. Everything's good. And as you may have noticed, if you watched my flight from 2 weeks ago, I also reconfigured the cockpit a little bit here. I'm surprised this isn't on. Okay, don't need the battery anymore. There like a menu, clear, enter. Why isn't this on? I don't get... What the heck? Oh, avionics isn't on. Duh. Where's... Okay, dokie. Flight info, checklist, engine start, warm up and run up. Okay, it's cranking RPM down just a little bit. Engine temperature. Okay, oil pressures are good. Oil pressure's good. We're just waiting for those engines to heat up a little bit more. Oil pressure. Okay, so we're just about ready to start. Okay, put that away for just a sec while we do some magneto checks. For some reason Magneto 2 is sounding a little off. Looks good. Systems. I don't know why nothing's going into the battery. I think. Looks like 4 and 6 might need some attention at some point. Anyway, whoops. Oh, let's see. Oil temperature 50 and 48. Okay, so engines are still coming up. I think we're pretty much ready to start doing our communications work. I just gotta remember how to. Here it is.
Executive ground. Piper November 121 Papa. Charlie IFR to Renton. Ready to copy.
Piper November 121 Papa Charlie is clear to Renton Airport as filed. Runway 20. Climb and maintain 8,000. Departure frequency is 132.2. Squawk 6232.
Clear to Renton as filed.
Piper 1 Papa Charlie, read back
Climb
correct.
and maintain
Contact
8,000.
ground on
Departure frequency is
125.0. Good day.
132.2. Squawk 6232. Piper November 121 Papa Charlie.
Okay.
Executive ground. Piper November 121 Papa Charlie with India. Ready to taxi. IFR.
Piper November 121 Papa Charlie. Taxi to and hold short runway 20 via taxiway Hotel Juliet Mike Cross runway 12. Contact tower on 119.5 when ready.
Okay, shoot, I should have checked this before I...
Taxiing. Hold short runway 20, using taxiway Hotel Juliet Mike Cross runway 12. Piper 1 Papa Charlie.
Okay, runway 2... Hold short runway 20. So for... Okay, so... Wish I did. I double checked my compass before I did that, but oh well. It's always perfect. Course 340. Let's see. C170. So no. Let's see. We want to go to 170. There we go. All right, we're ready to go. Gotta take care of one last little quick thing before we start moving, and that is release the parking brake. Actually, nose off. We don't need de-ice, but we do need some lights on. Having lights off. Alright. Let's get underway. Come on, let's move. Ground surfaces. This is gonna be interesting. Let's push back.
Executive ground. Piper November 121 Papa Charlie. Requesting pushback.
Piper November 121 Papa Charlie. Pushback request accepted.
I just wanted that plane out of my way.
Executive ground. Piper November 121 Papa Charlie. Requesting pushback tug to push the aircraft straight.
Piper November 121 Papa Charlie. Your request has been transmitted to the operator.
Okay, why aren't we moving? Oh, hello, I see the problem. Oh, crap. How the heck did that happen? Well, there's a way to fix that. Little chunks. There we go. That's why we couldn't move.
Executive ground. Piper November 121 Papa Charlie. Requesting the end of pushback.
Piper November 121 Papa Charlie. Request to end pushback received.
Clearance. There we go. Okay. So this flight's supposed to, I'm told, is about 3.5 hours. So by the time we get there, it's going to be... Whoa, hello. Where'd that car come from? Too much. I just wanted to slow down so I can make this turn safely. Okay, let's see if we can set our... Okay, well... You know, I wish the ground traffic would learn to wait for an aircraft to get out of their way. Gear up. Autopilot systems on.
Piper 1 Papa Charlie contact Oakland Center on 132.2. Good day.
Going to 132.2. Piper 1 Papa Charlie. Oakland Center. Piper November 121 Papa Charlie is at 1,100 climbing 8,000.
Piper November 121 Papa Charlie, Oakland Center, altimeter 29er79er, radar contact, continue to gimme. Piper 1 Papa Charlie contact Oakland Center on 126.85. Good day.
126.85 for Piper 1 Papa Charlie. Oakland Center, Piper November 121 Papa Charlie is passing 2,300 climbing 8,000.
Piper November 121 Papa Charlie, Oakland Center, altimeter 2979er, radar contact, continue to give me. Piper 1 Papa Charlie contact, Oakland Center, on 1 tree, 2.2. Good day.
1 tree 2.2, Piper 1 Papa Charlie.
Okay, whew. Okay, 340. Oakland Center, Oakland Center.
Oakland Center, Piper November 121 Papa Charlie is passing 3,600 climbing 8,000.
Which way you're going?
Piper November 121 Papa Charlie, Oakland Center, altimeter 2979er, radar contact, continue to give me.
What is this autopilot doing?
Piper 1 Papa Charlie contact Oakland Center on 126.85.
Can I please try to figure out what's going on my plane?
Going to 126.85, Piper 1 Papa Charlie. Center, Piper November 121 Papa Charlie is at 4,400 climbing 8,000.
Piper November 121 Papa Charlie, Oakland Center, altimeter 2979er, radar contact, continue to give me. Piper 1 Papa Charlie contact, Oakland Center, on 1 tree, 2.2. Good day.
Okay, can we please just...
1 tree 2.2 for Piper 1 Papa Charlie. Oakland Center, Piper November 121 Papa Charlie is at 5,800 climbing 8,000.
Piper November 121 Papa Charlie, Oakland Center, altimeter 2979er, radar contact, continue to give me. Piper 1 Papa Charlie contact Oakland Center on 126.85. Good day.
126.85
Okay,
for Piper 1 Papa Charlie. Oakland Center, Piper November 121 Papa Charlie is at 6,200 climbing 8,000.
Piper November 121 Papa Charlie, Oakland Center, altimeter 2979er, radar contact, continue to give me. Piper 1 Papa Charlie contact, Oakland Center, on 1 tree, 2.2. Good day.
Going to 1 tree 2.2, Piper 1 Papa Charlie.
Okay, enough of the handoffs. Can I please focus on my plane?
Oakland Center, Piper November 121 Papa Charlie is passing 7,200 climbing 8,000.
Piper November 121 Papa Charlie, Oakland Center, altimeter 2979er, radar contact, continue to give me.
Okay. Cut up on 8,000 feet.
Piper 1 Papa Charlie, you are 1,000 above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain 8,000 altimeter 2978.
Descend and maintain 8,000. Piper 1 Papa Charlie.
Okay. Need to start doing some settings here. It's about 87. Good. This thing is supposed to be on. It's not doing its job.
Piper 1 Papa Charlie, please expedite your descent 8,000. Piper 1 Papa Charlie, please expedite your descent 8,000.
Pull back the throttle just a little bit.
Piper 1 Papa Charlie, please expedite your descent 8,000.
Okay, this thing's not gonna do it my way. I'll do it. I'll force it to do it my way. Why aren't you? You're performing so well yesterday. Why, or 2 weeks ago? Why aren't you being a pain in the butt now? Autopilot on. Stay on. What's my altitude? Why am I still climbing? Down to 8,000 and I'm not even, just barely going down.
Hyper 1 Papa Charlie, please expedite your descent 8,000.
To be descending.
Hyper 1 Papa Charlie, please expedite your descent 8,000.
I'd love to, but the sun is making it difficult for me to see what's going on with my autopilot systems. Going slow. Go around, rev. Jeez, we get rid of it.
Hyper 1 Papa Charlie, please expedite your descent 8,000.
Working on it. Slowly but surely.
Hyper 1 Papa Charlie, please expedite your descent 8,000.
I'm working it the wrong way. Almost there. altitude hold. Oh, Marysville! Yeah, Yuba City. And there's the local Sutter County Airfield right there. Okay, so we got one issue taken care of. Now we're just gonna take care of another. My heading. Let's go from nav to there we go. And we are good to go. No, I was in such a hurry to take off. I just realized there was
125.4, Beechcraft 1 Golf Tango.
that's forgetting one of the wheel chocks is the only thing I forgot to do during my pre-flight inspection. I didn't check the gas tanks to see if there was any water in them. Note to self: get better acquainted with my plane before takeoff. municipal. Jones at aging. Yeah, so we're going just a little bit faster than I thought we would. I honestly thought this plane would be going 160, well, like on my last flight, but this plane's managed to go 170. Not bad. Out to just under 8,000, but it's still acceptable, so no huge worries there. Okay, so checklist up.
Alaska 712, descend and maintain 3,400.
Climb. Cruising altitude set and desired. There's nothing earth-shattering needs to be done. We're cruising altitude.
Descend and maintain 3,400. Alaska 712.
I really would like to know how to program the autopilot to just put me at my desired altitude instead of needing to set the attitude and then hit the altitude when we reach our destination, our intended altitude. Fly at 340 because it's not quite on course. There we go. Okay. we should be good on our flight for a little bit. I'm gonna go get myself a drink, folks. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Everything looks good. Okay, I need to adjust course. Aw, dang it, I messed up. Was it also just looked at the compass all wrong? We gotta make sure I get the timing right. Oops, come on. Re-8, here we go. There we go. Forest Ranch. So yeah, I think we're still somewhere over California. Ooh, what's that below us? Not familiar with the city Cohasset. So anyway, we should have mostly smooth sailing all the way to Seattle. But as I said at the beginning of the stream, I heard weather reports of possible clouds coming in, which means also possible rain. I just didn't feel it was safe for a VFR flight, so today had to be an IFR, an instrument flight rule flight. until an altitude change is needed. We should be good for a while. Nobody's still gonna mess with this. Nope. No. There, 3 threes. Hopefully they didn't go over too much. There we are. Okay. Looks like we're doing some turbulence here. The amount of shaking this plane is doing at the moment. I think once we get to Seattle, I should check the engines. Airspeed's good, engine's good. Everything looks normal. Coming up on our first waypoint. and change course to 341. Ponderosa Sky Ranch. Better figure out what that is right there. Can't get a name on it. Double Creek Range. I'm just trying to look for familiar looking landmarks that might tell me whether or not I'm still in California, if I've flown into Oregon territory yet. That right there looks like it might be Mount Shasta. Not 100% sure of that fact though, so. I guess it's either Mount Shasta or Mount St. Helens. There's a lot of air turbulence in the air because the aircraft's getting buffeted. Manton, Creek Ridge, Shingleton. Those mountains up ahead, I'd be a little worried. Do I need to increase my altitude or something at some point? Probably just take a little look at my flight plan. Supposedly we're at 8,000 all the way till we begin our approach to what's it called? To Renton. We got a message. What's going on? Approach. Just our heading a little bit here. Oh dang it. Did it again. I gotta start leaving this compass alone. left. Let's get myself back on track. Guys are awfully quiet. Oh. Apparently this is the frequency I'm supposed to be on. It's just being awfully quiet, that's all. Kind of surprised I'm not hearing any traffic over the radio. I'm not even hearing other players out there. Kind of makes you wonder how many people are actually playing Microsoft Flight Simulator right about now. Dot right there. I'm trying to identify what that is. Right there. Montgomery Creek. Might want to start doing a little bit of adjusting to. Whoa! There we are. I'm still worried about those mountains up ahead. I don't know if I'm going to need to increase altitude or not. According to flight plan, I won't need to, but it's like, how much do you want to trust your flight plan? I remember this is this one time back in Flight Simulator 10, I had to fly a Mooney Bravo from Merced, I think it was, up to South Lake Tahoe. The flight plan, the IFR flight plan that was automatically generated wanted me to fly over up to 10,000 feet. The plane couldn't climb that high. Its ceiling was like around 9,000 or 8,000 feet. I don't remember, but I had to go around a bunch of mountains just to try to get to Lake Tahoe. Never mind to land at the airport. It's like, how much can we trust a generated flight plan today versus back then? These mountains just have me a little bit nervous. An eye on them for a little bit. As we get closer and closer to mountains.
Papa Charlie contact, Seattle Center on 124.85. Good day.
124.85. Piper 1 Papa Charlie.
Okay, to Seattle, contact.
Seattle Center, Piper November 121 Papa Charlie, 8000.
Piper November 121 Papa Charlie, Seattle Center, altimeter 2989er, radar contact. Continue to KNCI.
Continue to Kansas. As usual, my co-pilot's just sitting here doing nothing. I really would like to know which mountain that is. I'm guessing it's either Mount Shasta or Mount St. Helens. I just don't know. I'm still a little nervous about those mountains. Okay, we're almost at KNZIE. I don't know how much further we have to go exactly. Oh, there it is. You reach right there. To adjust our course a couple degrees. Okay, you know what? By 2,000 feet.
Seattle Center, Piper 1 Papa Charlie. Request 10,000.
Piper 1 Papa Charlie. Climb and maintain 10,000.
Climb and maintain 10,000. Piper 1 Papa Charlie.
I just feel a little more comfortable if we were a little bit higher in this area. Let's increase our vertical speed just a little bit. There we are. Now we're getting somewhere.
Seattle Center, Piper 1 Papa Charlie. Request 9,000.
Piper 1 Papa Charlie. Maintain present altitude.
Maintain present altitude. Piper 1 Papa Charlie.
There we go. We should be good at this altitude.
Piper 1 Papa Charlie. Climb and maintain 9,900.
Climb and maintain 9,900. Piper 1 Papa Charlie.
Huh. Okay, we're almost at our designated altitude. $9,800. And lock. Okay, out of curiosity, let's look something up here while we're waiting for instructions and all that yada yada.
Piper 1 Papa, Charlie contact Seattle Center on 1272.
127.6. Piper 1 Papa Charlie. Seattle Center. Piper November 121 Papa Charlie. 9900.
Piper November 121 Papa Charlie, Seattle Center, altimeter 29905, radar contact, continue to Olby.
Okay, so Butte Valley. In Butte County, California, located southeast of Chico. So we're still in we're still flying over California. I need to adjust autopilot heading again. For those of you watching this recording, I do not do solicitations. If you solicit on my channel, I will ban you. I'm on Twitch for fun, not to take spam messages. Up with you in just a moment, folks.
1 Papa Charlie. Maintain present altitude.
I just heard that message, folks. One quick sec while I...
Maintain present altitude. Piper 1 Papa Charlie.
I don't know why they just sent that message. I was already at the altitude they told me to be at, so... Okay. Well, anyway, I'm gonna go get me a snack. Again, I'll be right back. Okay, now I can relax. We got 10 more nautical miles, less than 10 nautical miles to go before our next waypoint. Yeah, so we're roughly through the halfway point of the en route. Yeah, you got some winds coming at us from the west, which is to be expected. No precipitation. Clouds out there, that's for sure. Get some good bug splatters on the engine there. Looks like we may have some rain going on over there. thought it was going to. Because according to my information, I did online. I figured that an Aerostar going 160 knots from Sacramento to Seattle would take about 3.5 hours. Most of the time we've been going at least 170, at least. So flight time, I don't think is going to be through 3.5 hours. How long it's going to be exactly, I have no idea. Flight plan thinks I'm going to be going 190 knots. So which would give me an entire total flight time. Oh well. It's a little cold in here. I think we're gonna have to turn the heat on. Yeah, turn the cabin heat on. Get a little chilly in here. Ooh, yeah, that's cold. I know the Fahrenheit system, but better than Celsius. 40 degrees Fahrenheit is that's a cold temperature. More blood splatters appearing on that engine. Of course, as we go further north, I'm also going to need to keep an eye on the wings for any signs of icing. But that's something we won't have to worry about today. I'm more worried about when we're up in Alaska. You know, that far north. This time of year. that'll help a little bit. So that island, but back there I kept questioning, because we're still flying over California, that had to be Mount Shasta, because Mount St. Helens is still in Oregon. So we're not, as of the time we were past that mountain, we were not in Oregon yet. So I imagine we still have another hour of flight time at least. Before we get to Seattle. Airplane in the area right there. I wish it would be able to tell me if that was an NPC or an actual player. I'm guessing it's an NPC. Anyway, he's like somewhere off that way.
Papa Charlie contact Seattle Center on 124.85. Good day.
Going to 124.85. Piper 1 Papa Charlie. Seattle Center. Piper November 121 Papa Charlie. 9900.
Piper November 121 Papa Charlie. Seattle Center. Altimeter 2995. Radar contact. Continue to Sorrow.
Buffeted by winds. I really hate this gyro drift that goes on with this compass. Every once in a while I gotta readjust to keep myself on course with the autopilot. Splatters. Let's see how we're doing.
Piper 1 Papa, Charlie contact Seattle Center on 128.15. Good day.
128.15 for Piper 1 Papa Charlie. Seattle Center, Piper November 121 Papa Charlie, 9900.
Piper November 121 Papa Charlie, Seattle Center, altimeter 29905. Radar contact, continue to Sorrow.
Okay, so before I was interrupted by all that, I was trying to figure out why the whatchamacallit isn't doing its, the heater isn't doing its thing. I wish these help tips would pop up every once in a while. I'm trying to find something. Controlling shut off. What's this one? Hi. Despite the fact that I've got the heater going. I'm trying to get the heater going. Gyro drift off. Yeah, the gyro drift. aircraft's supposedly able to do 190 at least. I've yet to get to go that fast, unless I'm descending. Next waypoint. That string of random letters, I'm guessing that's that's somehow player related right there. HGFJKFHF. I have no idea what that's supposed to mean, but I'm assuming that's a player in the distance. Let's look at that. Yeah, this guy right here. I'll bet. Flying across my flight plan path. Yeah, I already passed Sorrow. Is like a half hour, a little over half an hour, or probably a little bit more than that. You know, it's slower than 190 knots. From there, it's going to be roughly another half hour before touchdown, give or take. yeah, definitely at least another hour of flight time. Honestly, I was expecting a little bit more than as far as the weather's concerned. I was expecting some precipitation in this area, but nope. Oak Ridge State and Aubrey Mountain Airstrip. Let's see how that smells. Let's see if we can get our Aubrey Mountain Airstrip. Let's see if we can look that up, find out where exactly that is. Oregon, so we're definitely flying over Oregon now. It has been confirmed. We are over Oregon soil right now. No, pointed back that way somewhere. Okay, so our little friend over there, he's flying a System 172 Hawk. Skyhawk. He's 31 nautical miles out and closing. Yeah, I don't know if you see it on your screen, but there's a name like right here. I'm able to read it on my screen. It's a name I don't. It's a name I don't think I would associate with an NPC. So I obviously think this is a player out here. His name is pronounced HGFJKFHF. I don't know how to pronounce that, but that's you know. That's what he chose to call himself, assuming that that is actually a player, which I believe it is. And it looks like he's about 28 nautical miles out now. Yeah, let's go there. Close that. It's this guy right here. Then we got somebody off to our left here. Let's see if I can spot him. Not from this vantage point. Let's go external. Oh, I don't see him. It's supposedly an airplane over there somewhere. This guy right here, 25 nautical miles from closing. Yeah, he's behind this frame of the aircraft right here, the strut, whatever you want to call it. A pillar. pretty sure if he keeps maintaining his course, air traffic control is going to say something pretty soon. Okay, we're getting more and more on course. We're just about to end this. It's still 339. Just a little more on course. Bridge State. Where'd he go? Barely making up, but I can't read the information. Yeah, I can't read the information for an exterior at the moment, but he's like right here in this area. Like, barely making up the words right there. I can't even see how close he is exactly. Uh, 18.5 in closing.
Piper 1 Papa Charlie contact Seattle Center on 125.8. Good day.
Going to 125.8. Piper 1 Papa Charlie. Seattle Center. Piper November 121 Papa Charlie. 9900.
Piper November 121 Papa Charlie, Seattle Center, altimeter 29908, radar contact. Continue to MRTEN.
Continue to Mr. 10. Yeah, he's right there. I can't really tell for sure, but it looks like it's about 16 nautical miles, I think. I have to zoom in a little bit more and read it. Yeah, he's 50.8 closing. According to the map on the tablet, there's another plane up that way somewhere, but I can't see him right here. Okay, he's more over that way now, wherever he's at. Yeah, but I'm more curious about this guy over here. Where'd he go? I lost him. He's probably behind me now. Yeah, he's more behind me now. Right there. Nautical miles. set this up for the descent. Well, that's 20 degrees down. I'm ready to put this thing into attitude mode. It'll start descending. That's not going to be for another hour, maybe 45 minutes. Let's look at my flight plan again. I'm heading for Merton. Let's see. Yeah, this is the last waypoint in the en route thing. Yeah, I got 5 planes behind me. What can you tell me about this airfield? Well, the good news is, if I need to make any emergency landings in this area, I've got like three different airfields I can choose from. Got ourselves a 50-30 plane. Bug splitters. Once this leg of the trip is done, the question is, where am I going to fly to next?
Seattle Center.
Hold that
Giant
thought.
Niner 01 tree is at flight level tree 60, descending 5700.
Giant Niner 01 tree, Seattle Center. Radar contact. Continue.
Okay, that was for a different plane. Anyway, so next leg. I haven't decided where I'm going to fly to yet, but as of right now, I'm thinking of one of two possible destinations: either Juneau, which is the capital of Alaska, or we'll fly out to Anchorage, which is supposedly the world's biggest city, or at least the biggest one in the U.S. at least.
Cessna 1 Mike Mike, Descend and maintain 4900. Descend and maintain 4900. Cessna 1 Mike Mike.
Okay, we're down to half a tank of fuel. And like half our fuel capacity.
Piper 1 Papa Charlie. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect Nav Zulu runway 16 approach via Lutzy transition. Clear to Lutzy.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect Nav Zulu runway 16 approach via Lutzy transition. Clear to Lutzy. Piper 1 Papa Charlie.
Piper 1 Papa Charlie. Contact Renton Tower on 124.7 when inbound on the approach.
Tower on 124.7. Piper 1 Papa Charlie.
Where am I? Let's see. Yeah. Gotta maintain my current full flight plan for now. Apparently I'm clear to head straight to the airport, but I'm just gonna stick to the flight plan for right now. We're still a ways out. Okay, so basically we're going to be descending soon to 2100, but not quite yet. I just think it's too soon to be making the switch over. Especially when we're going to be like 156 nautical miles out still. Oh, somebody else is up ahead of me. Let's see. Soup sandwich number 457. got to be Mount St. Helens over there, I think. Okay, we're almost at Merton. Renton, I'm going to do some maintenance on the plane while I plan my next route for my next leg for next week. And we're going to go ahead and start a descent. No. We go that way. For some reason, the GPS wants me to go a different direction for some reason. Cessna 185. Oh, he disappeared. Okay, never mind. Anyway, time to contact Renton Tower.
Concord Airport information, Mike. 0000 Zulu. Wind 225 at Niner. Visibility, tree. Sky condition. Few clouds at 2,100. Few clouds at 5,100. Few clouds at 14,100. Temperature, 20. Dew point, 10. Altimeter, 2992. Visual runway, 19 right. And visual runway, 19 left in use. Landing and departing runway, 19 right. And runway, 19 left. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back, hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have Mike. Concord Airport information, November. 0000 Zulu. Wind 225 at Niner. Visibility, tree. Sky.
Okay, what's my current altitude? We're still dropping. $7,500 and descending.
Concord Airport information, November. 0000 Zulu. Wind 225 at Niner. Visibility, tree. Sky condition. Few clouds at 2,100. Few clouds at 5,100. Few clouds at 14,100. Temperature, 20. Dew point, 10. Altimeter, 2992. Visual runway, 19 right. And visual runway, 19 left in use. Landing and departing runway, 19 right. And runway, 19 left. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back, hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have no... Concord Airport information, November. 0000 Zulu. Wind 225 at Niner. Visibility, tree. Sky condition. Few clouds at 2,100. Few clouds at 5,100. Few clouds at 14,100. Temperature, 20. Dew point, 10. Altimeter, 2992. Visual runway, 19 right. Visual runway, 19 left in use. Landing and departing runway, 19 right. And runway, 19 left. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back, hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have November. Concord Airport information, November. 0000 Zulu. Wind 225 at Niner. Visibility, tree. Sky condition. Few clouds at 2,100. Few clouds at 5,100. Few clouds at 14,100. Temperature, 20. Dew point, 10. Altimeter, 2992. Visual runway, 19 right. And visual runway, 19 left in use. Landing and departing runway, 19 right. And runway, 19 left. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back, hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have November. Concord Airport information, November. 0000 Zulu. Wind 225 at Niner.
gonna hold my altitude at about 3,000. So we're ready to make our final approach. What? I'm gonna actually hold my altitude. It's at 6,000. 11. It looks like the name is there. So far the weather hasn't been too bad. I mean, this is the area I was expecting to see the cloud cover. I haven't seen any signs of rain, so that's a good sign. Question, how bad is the flight going to be? Ahead is he 70 nautical miles. He's flying a Cessna 185F Sky Wagon, I believe it is. I think this is somebody else over there too, generally overlapping going on right here. I can't really read the names. But yeah, there's definitely some players out here, that's for sure. Some fellow flight simmers. Just don't know what kind of planes they're flying. Yes, this is written right here where we're gonna land. There's Seattle Tacoma International, and then we got us right here. Yeah. Let's see. Low Bay, you're in 87. Don't see what he's flying in this. There's also a Greg 450, it looks like. So the name is mentioning what kind of plane they're flying. We got the Phantom Zeus 11 way over here. Who knows what he's in? Airbus A340. ambient temperature 35 degrees. Yikes. That's just cold. I got a cold. I haven't checked the cabin temperature in a while. It's still 40 degrees despite the heat I've got turned on and the fan. You know what? Let's take the time to go over some. So check those procedures. Fuel selector on. Flaps 20 degrees below 175. Yeah, so basically once I'm below 150, I should have gears and flaps down. Basically, once the airspeed's dead down here, I'm gonna probably wait until I have it in the white zone right down here. I really hate that help. It doesn't really. I'm not a fan of this. It pops up every once in a while. Oh well. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's helpful when I need to look at the information. When I don't need to look at it, it tends to pop up when I don't want to see it. Okay, how are we on fuel? 39% capacity. What the heck? It's not... I have no idea what KTVL is. That's not the airfield that put down when I'm going to be landing at. going to be safe to descend down to 3. Looks like it might be safe to descend down to 3,000 for the rest of the trip. Excuse me. Peacemaker landing zone. Spanaway, Elk Plain. Okay, let's see if we alter our heading a little bit here. Frederickson. I guess that's the name of the town. Summit view. Creek. That's a town down there. Why don't we go ahead and maintain this altitude until we establish contact with Renton. I'm going to go ahead and make another attempt to get a hold of him.
Concord Airport information, November 0000 Zulu. Wind 225 at Niner. Visibility tree. Sky condition. Few clouds at 2,100. Few clouds at 5,100. Few clouds at 14,100. Temperature 20. Dew point 10. Altimeter 2992. Visual runway 19 right and visual runway 19 left in use. Landing and departing runway 19 right and runway 19 left. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have November.
Okay, we'll switch back a little later. I'm not close enough to talk to the tower yet. There's a lot of planes down there on that ground. Let's try again.
Concord Airport Information November 0000 Zulu. Wind 225 at Niner. Visibility tree. Sky condition. Few clouds at 2,100. Few clouds at 5,100. Few clouds at 14,100. Temperature 20. Dew point 10. Altimeter 2992. Visual runway 19 right and visual runway 19 left in use. Landing and departing runway 19 right and runway 19 left. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have November.
Cessna 6 Mike Echo, leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Papa Charlie. 13 miles south. Inbound Renav Zulu runway 16 approach.
Piper November 121 Papa Charlie, Renton Tower. Altimeter tree 000. Cleared Renav Zulu runway 16 approach.
Concord Airport Information November 0000 Zulu. Wind 225 at Niner. Visibility tree. Sky condition. Few clouds at 2,100. Few clouds at 5,100. Few clouds at 14,100. Temperature 20. Dew point 10. Altimeter 2992. Visual runway 19 right and visual runway 19 left in use. Landing and departing runway 19 right and runway 19 left. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have November.
Renton Tower, Cessna November tree 26 Mike Echo. Frequency change.
Cleared Renav Zulu runway 16 approach. Piper 1 Papa Charlie.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna be turning off the autopilot for pretty soon here, I think. But yeah, we're just about there. In fact, I think that's our airfield right there. Yep, that's our destination. That's an airfield's like down there. Okay, let's throttle back. autopilot. Disengage now. Need the reducer. We just gotta get our speed down and all that jazz. Okay, descent rate is good. Where's my airspeed? There's my airspeed indicator. Oh crap, I'm going too fast.
Piper 1 Papa Charlie, wind calm. Clear to land runway 16.
Clear to land runway 16. Piper 1 Papa Charlie.
Come on, cut. I need to cut back the RPM a little bit more. Gear down. Okay, I'm too far to the left. Can't figure it out. Am I too high or too low? Either way, I need a little more speed.
Charlie. Contact ground on 121.6.
121.6. Piper 1 Papa Charlie. Renting ground. Piper November 121 Papa Charlie. Request taxi to parking.
Piper November 121 Papa Charlie. Taxi to General Aviation parking via Taxiway Alpha. For Alpha Alpha 5. Cross runway tree for Bravo 6 Bravo Bravo 7.
Taxi to General Aviation parking using Taxiway Alpha, 4 Alpha, Alpha 5 cross runway tree, 4 Bravo, 6 Bravo, Bravo 7, Piper 1 Papa Charlie.
Welcome to Renton Municipal Airfield, located in the Seattle, Washington area. Alright. The parking brake. Kill the engines. Shut everything down. And that concludes our first leg of our trip around the world in an Aerostar 600. I'm gonna go ahead and end my stream here. So I'd like to thank you all for joining me for today's flight simulator. As of right now, I'm planning for my next flight simulator stream to be next Sunday afternoon, maybe this is Sunday morning. Just keep an eye on my channel on that day. My next stream, I don't know if it's going to be tonight or tomorrow night, but I will be streaming one of those two nights. It's going to depend on how busy things are going to be for the rest of the day. So anyway, until my next stream, y'all have a good one.